It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This is A Tale of Two Cities, one of the greatest novels by Charles Dickens. A story of love, sacrifice, revolution, and redemption. Set in the cities of London and Paris during the French Revolution. Written in 1859, this novel explores the complexities of human nature. It delves into themes of justice and the impact of societal change. Through its memorable characters, the story highlights the power of love and sacrifice. The novel's climax is both tragic and redemptive, leaving a lasting impression on readers. Join us as we explore the full summary and analysis of A Tale of Two Cities. Our story begins in 1775. Dr. Alexandre Manette, a French doctor, has been imprisoned in the Bastille for 18 years. He is finally released and reunited with his daughter, Lucie Manette, in London. Dr. Manette was imprisoned without trial, a victim of the corrupt aristocracy. During his imprisonment, he wrote letters to his daughter, hoping she would one day find him. To cope with the trauma, Dr. Manette took up shoemaking, a skill he learned in prison. Lucie becomes his caretaker, helping him recover from the years of isolation and hardship. Together, they start a new life in London, away from the shadows of the past. Lucie, a kind-hearted and beautiful woman, has always believed her father was dead. She is shocked but determined to care for him. After discovering her father alive, Lucie dedicates herself to his well-being. She brings him to London, where they start a new life together. Lucie's efforts to care for her father are tireless. She ensures he is comfortable and helps him recover from his traumatic past. Their life in London is filled with moments of tenderness and care. Lucie's love and dedication bring hope and healing to her father. Despite the challenges, Lucie remains steadfast. Her determination to provide a loving home for her father is unwavering. Meanwhile, we meet Charles Darnay, a young French nobleman who rejects his corrupt aristocratic family. Born into the powerful and wealthy Evremond family, Charles is disillusioned by their cruel and oppressive ways. He decides to leave his privileged life behind and start anew in England. His moral integrity and desire for justice set him apart from his lineage. Charles's rejection of his family's values is a significant act of defiance, showcasing his commitment to a more just and humane world. This decision will shape his destiny and intertwine his fate with other key characters in the story. Charles Darnay stands accused of being a spy for the French government. The courtroom is tense, filled with murmurs and the weight of impending judgment. The prosecution presents damning evidence, and it seems all hope is lost for Darnay. The jury watches intently, their faces stern and unyielding. The judge's gavel strikes, calling for order as the defense begins its case. Sidney Carton, a clever and somewhat disheveled lawyer, steps forward. He cross-examines the witnesses with precision, finding inconsistencies and casting doubt on the prosecution's claims. The courtroom drama intensifies as Carton makes a compelling argument, ultimately revealing the truth and securing Darnay's acquittal. The tension breaks, and Darnay is free. Sidney Carton is a complex character, marked by his intelligence and deep inner turmoil. Despite his sharp mind, he is often found drowning his sorrows in alcohol, struggling to find a sense of purpose in life. His outward demeanor is one of indifference and cynicism, masking the profound pain and regret he feels within. Carton harbors a secret, unrequited love for Lucie Manette, a love that he believes he is unworthy of. This love, though unspoken, drives many of his actions and decisions, revealing a depth of character and a capacity for self-sacrifice that he himself may not fully recognize. In France, the poor suffer under the cruel rule of the aristocracy. The revolution begins. The French Revolution, which started in 1789, was a period of radical social and political upheaval. The common people, burdened by heavy taxes and food shortages, rose against the privileged classes. The storming of the Bastille marked the start of widespread rebellion. Revolutionary leaders emerged, rallying the masses to fight for liberty, equality, and fraternity. The streets of Paris became battlegrounds, and the guillotine became a symbol of the new order. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen laid the foundation for a new government. The storming of the Bastille on July 14, 1789, marked a pivotal moment in the French Revolution. Revolutionaries, fueled by anger and a desire for change, attacked the fortress, which symbolized the tyranny of the Bourbon monarchy. The fall of the Bastille was not just a physical victory, but a powerful symbol of the people's uprising against oppression. As the revolutionaries took control, they freed prisoners and seized weapons. This event ignited widespread rebellion across France, leading to the capture and execution of many nobles. The storming of the Bastille remains a defining moment in history, representing the fight for liberty and justice. The Reign of Terror begins. This period, marked by mass executions and political purges, instilled fear across France. Revolutionary leaders like Robespierre sought to eliminate enemies of the revolution. Thousands were sent to the guillotine, and the streets of Paris ran red with blood. The impact on the characters in A Tale of Two Cities is profound, as they navigate this perilous time. One of the most dangerous revolutionaries is Madame Defarge, a woman who seeks revenge on all aristocrats. Madame Defarge is driven by a deep-seated hatred for the aristocracy, stemming from personal tragedy. Her family suffered greatly at the hands of the ruling class, fueling her desire for vengeance. She meticulously knits a register of those she condemns to death, symbolizing her relentless pursuit of justice. Her knitting becomes a powerful symbol of the revolution, intertwining fate and retribution. Madame Defarge's actions are not just personal, they represent the collective anger of the oppressed. Her character embodies the ruthless and unforgiving spirit of the revolution. Through her, Dickens illustrates the destructive power of revenge and the human cost of revolution. Charles Darnay returns to Paris to help a friend, but he is arrested by the revolutionaries. The political climate in Paris is tense, with the revolution in full swing. The streets are filled with fervent crowds, and the Revolutionary Tribunal is quick to judge anyone suspected of being an enemy of the people. Darnay, despite his good intentions, is seen as a threat due to his aristocratic background. He is thrown into a grim prison cell, awaiting trial. The atmosphere is charged with fear and suspicion, making it a perilous time for anyone with ties to the old regime. Darnay's fate now hangs in the balance, as he faces the revolutionary court. Lucy and Dr. Manette rush to Paris to save him, but the trial is unfair. He is sentenced to death. The courtroom is filled with tension as the trial begins. Lucy and Dr. Manette sit anxiously, hoping for a miracle. Despite their best efforts, the evidence against Darnay is overwhelming. The prosecutor paints him as a traitor. Lucy and Dr. Manette present their case passionately, but the judge seems unmoved by their pleas. The jury deliberates briefly before returning with a guilty verdict. The judge pronounces the death sentence. Darnay is led away in chains, while Lucy and Dr. Manette are left in despair, their hopes shattered. The unfairness of the trial is evident to all, but there is nothing more they can do to save him. Lucy and Dr. Manette vow to continue fighting for justice even as they face the grim reality of Darnay's fate. Sidney Carton, still in love with Lucy, comes up with a brilliant and dangerous plan. Using his striking resemblance to Darnay, Carton switches places with him in prison. As he faces execution, he speaks his famous last words, "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done." The greatest sacrifice of all. Sidney Carton dies, but his act of love and redemption makes him a hero. Darnay and Lucy escape to England, free at last. A Tale of Two Cities, a story of love, sacrifice, and revolution,